All right, short and to the point first, and then you can watch the rest of the video for details. I need about $500 and by tomorrow would be really good. Bike is broken. I don't think I can fix it on the spot. I do have enough. I think I can ride the bike itself into Alamogordo, but where I'm looking right now is I'm going to be renting a van or a pickup to haul everything back to the ranch. I'm at kind of at the point where I'm done. I just need to get back, and the rest of the video will get into the details. It's going to be the first 100 miles of getting back to Alamogordo is going to be sketchy enough, but I'm hoping I can get a van when I get there, come back here, pick up the rest of the stuff, and then just get out to the ranch, and then we'll figure it out from there. So, as always, thanks for all the support, and if you want more details, watch the rest of the video. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, 8 o'clock Monday morning. This is probably one of the worst failures I could think of at the moment. I moved literally 10 feet. This is the rear axle quick disconnect. It should go on there. Snapped it off. That's where the trailer hitch goes through, and it goes through the rear wheel. So it's taken a lot of load. I did notice it's been bent for a while. It didn't occur to me that it would actually snap off. So, you know, a week from home after being gone for 6 months. Yeah. Huh, okay. Easy to replace. Just find a bike shop that has them. I'm about 100 miles from Alamogordo. That's got to be the closest place I could think of that would even start to have a bike shop. Up until now, quite often I've thought, well, if the trailer breaks, I've still got a bicycle. Even if the electrics don't work, I've still got a bicycle. You know, worst case, I've still got the original front wheel. So I could, you know, strip off the electric motor and have a bicycle. But when the back wheel falls off, that's kind of a deal breaker. Yeah. No amount of baling wire is going to fix that. Let me ponder my options here. Okay. This is a little weird, but all right. The way that the dropouts are set up on this bike, if the wheel is set in there, it'll stay until it bumps itself out, right? So the quick release just kind of helps lock it in place, but it'll stay there. For anybody, it's like if you're used to a regular mountain or like a 10-speed mountain bike, whatever, usually these slots would be angled and you'd pull the wheel back and up to tension the chain. When you have disc brakes, that doesn't work because the wheel has to be in exactly the right spot for the disc to work. So instead they just set the dropouts going down vertically, and on a quick release wheel it's got kind of almost a bushing coming out the end. The bushing engages the dropout, and then the quick release skewer basically goes through that and then pinches everything together. Normally with enough tension to hold it in place nicely. The trailer is what's causing me the problems. So with it broken, there's no way this. Should I say there's no way? It wouldn't be very good. The issue with the trailer is it's got a weird momentum. So when I start pulling forward, it rocks back and forth, you know, does this oscillation, which just wreaks havoc on that whole pivot area. That's really the problem, especially with the extended tail and the weight's in the wrong spot. It's just got a weird momentum to it. So what I'm looking at and considering the wheel will basically stay there if I'm careful. It's 120 miles to the nearest bike shop that I think will have parts. Actually, there's a bike shop or two about 80 miles from here, but up a really steep hill again. So what I'm looking at, if I take one backpack, I can throw my gallon of water in there. I won't take the sleeping bag or anything to sleep on. But I can take whatever food I've got and extra water. Probably take my sweats and then just sleep on the ground or whatever. Without the trailer, oh, and then I'll have to take the battery charger with me also. So I've got, the motor works, the battery works. I just can't charge it. So if I take the battery charger, when I get to a bike shop, I can say, hey, here's my situation. Let me plug in the battery so I can get back to get the trailer. So that'll have me going 120 miles to Alamogordo. Get that part, 120 miles back to here, get the trailer. So basically 2 days ride there, 2 days ride back is about what it looks like when I'm 5 days from home. Man, does that suck. Or get to there, get another, like an Enterprise or a U-Haul truck, come back and get the bike, and then just go home. It's also a very tempting idea. Either way, I have to get to Alamogordo just to get the truck. So honestly, given my situation, if I could get a U-Haul and get home, drop off the stuff on the ranch, pick up a few supplies while I'm at it, and then I'd be done. As far as riding the miles, well, then I've already had to truck it once. Yeah. Alright, so that's the plan. The last truck was about $400. This will probably be about the same. The last time I got one, it was unlimited miles, and I just drop it off. What I'll probably end up doing, I'll get the replacement part I need, get everything out to the ranch, drop everything off, probably clean up a little bit, and then take the U-Haul back to El Paso. Yeah. And then bike, then just take this bike with me. I've biked that with just a bike with no electric, so if I take just the bike with the two batteries, I should be able to easily make it from El Paso to home in a day, or a long day. Yeah, that's a good plan. Alright, so basically I'm letting the bike charge up to full. I'll pack one backpack with what I need, hit the bike shop, get the replacement part, and then hit a U-Haul and get a truck and come back and get this and go home. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so where are we at? Need about $500. If I waited a week, I'll have about $350 from YouTube. So sorry. Yeah, that's where we're at. So smoke signals, we'll send smoke signals. So in the meantime, it's a really long, pretty much a 2-day ride from here to Alamogordo. But that's probably, it seems to be the closest place that I can get a U-Haul also, or I'll probably get an Enterprise. So if anybody wants to PayPal me some more money, I just had $100 come in, so that helps. That puts me closer. I think my credit card is about maxed out right now. Yeah, okay. So that'll give everybody a day to clean out the change from under the couch, and yeah, it's like, okay, what are my options otherwise? I can't ride very far. I can't pull the trailer with that broken part, but I think I can ride the bike as it is. Okay, so that's step one. Step two, everything else is breaking. Yeah, let me summarize. Okay. These wheels were an emergency spare in case the wheels on the trailer break, one of which is breaking. I've got 2 broken spokes on the wheel on this side, and the hub is cracked. That's been cracked for a while. It's not getting much worse, but eventually it's going to go. So when that fails, I can put these on. Unfortunately, these pull really hard. So instead of being able to do a 50-mile day, I could probably do a 30-mile day. It's that much difference. So that's just, you know, it'll get me there, but it's going to be really awful. That's kind of the deal. And then if those bearings break, I don't have any spares for those. Okay. So what I was kind of doing, if I was having trouble with the wheel, I'd put this one on and keep the other wheel, the original wheel, on. That makes it slightly better. But if I have to do both of them, I don't know that they'll last me 300 miles either way. Okay. So practically speaking, if I can get a truck for 400 again and haul myself home, plus that'll give me a chance to pick up some groceries and not have to haul them. Plus I could hit the post office and pick up all my packages and get that all home, and then just kind of give myself a reset. And then once I'm home, I can take some time to rebuild. You know, if I need to, I can go on the internet and order any more parts I need. But realistically, this is going to be my main transportation when I get back. It's the best bike I've got by far. So I just need to replace that one part. It's probably a $15 part, more or less. And a bike shop should have one. But, you know, yeah, it's weird. I was just kind of looking to be sure, because this was a new wheel in addition to the 2 that the bike came with. But the new wheel didn't come with a quick release. We had to move the parts from the old wheel to the new wheel to put that together. So I was thinking maybe I had a spare, but I don't. Yeah, go figure. Either way, 100 miles from town, you know. So I think that's probably the best option. Just get into Alamogordo, get a van, and use that to get home, because then from there it's like a 3-hour drive to home. So, well, from Alamogordo it'll be a 2-hour drive back to here, and then get home that night. And I can, and like, you know, I did the last time when I had the van, I slept in the back of the van on the way home, or on the way to Dad's place. So yeah, so let's just call that smoke signals. I will self-recover myself as far as I can and get into town. And if that wheel just flat out will not cooperate, then I'll be looking at hitchhiking into town. Hopefully, I mean, there's enough guys with pickups out here, so that shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just a hot mess, so I'll be riding in the back of somebody's truck and not stink it up too much. Okay, that's where we're at. As always, thanks for watching the video, and thanks for all your support. Bye for now. All right, sit rep. The quick release axle on the rear wheel broke. I literally rode from there to about here, and it snapped off, and the trailer went kind of wonky. So where I'm at, I think I can ride the bike without the trailer very carefully. The wheel will sort of stay in there. I rode it back and forth here once, and it kind of works. So if I don't push it too hard, I think I can ride it a little bit. So I am about 120 miles from Alamogordo. It's a little bit uphill and then a lot of downhill going there. There's a bike shop in Alamogordo that I can get the replacement part from. Also, it looks like there's an Enterprise, which is who I rented the van from last time. So what I'm looking at right now, realistically, because I'm getting a few other things that are starting to wear out and break and give me trouble. So I'm like, okay, you know, at this point, let's just get back to the ranch. So I'm going to need a bit of money for the truck. The last one I rented was one way for, I think it ended up being 400 miles, about $400 roughly, something like that. Enterprise, at least the last one, gave me free miles or unlimited miles for so many days based on distance, basically from point A to point B, but then they didn't charge me miles directly. The other option was U-Haul. Ends up costing about the same, and they do count your miles. So it's $19.95 a day, and then they hit you with miles, so it ends up being more money. But everybody sees $19.95 a day, so that was kind of a surprise for a few people the last time I got one. So what I'm doing now, I'm charging the bike as much as I can, and then I'm going to leave the trailer. I'm going to take a backpack. I haven't decided exactly which one yet. I was thinking about riding the bike, buying the part, riding the bike back, getting the trailer, but that's like 100 miles each way, there and back, and then there again. And I'm at the point now, I just want to go home. So, smoke signals. What I need is a few $100s so I can go rent a truck. It'll take me at least a day to get there. I'll probably be into Alamogordo sometime on Tuesday, so then I can pick up a truck, come back here, pick up all the parts. I'll probably hit I'll go through El Paso so I can hit a Walmart in El Paso. When I have a truck, I can stock up on groceries so that when I get out to the ranch, I'm not out of everything. Take the bike out to the ranch, unload everything. I'll buy a part to fix the bike, either in El Paso or in Alamogordo. Take the U-Haul or the truck back to El Paso is probably the nearest place I can drop it off. I've already ridden a bike in a day without the trailer from El Paso out to the ranch, so I know I can do that. And if I got the bike fully charged, that should be a pretty easy ride. Okay, and this bike rolls pretty good. So basically $500 should do it. If anybody wants to chip in, that would be really great. Preferably not 500 from my mom, but we'll do what we can, and then we'll get home. So as far as the official ride, I've already ridden through New Mexico once, and so this didn't really even count for that. I'm just trying to get home. So that's where we're at. I'm going to post this right now, and then I'm going to start trying to get myself back down the hill. Without the trailer, I could probably make easier miles, but with the back wheel, on the verge of falling off, I don't see any way that I can really improvise an easy repair on here. I do have a bunch of hay wire. I don't know, maybe I could tie it so it wouldn't fall off as easy. That'll be funny. Yeah, it's kind of like the axle setup. The quick release just holds the bike or the wheel to the bike. The bike's rear wheel sort of has a stub of an axle coming through it that sits in the dropouts. So if I can just keep it from falling apart, I don't know. It's ultimately sketchy, but at this point it's just get to the nearest place where I can get the parts I need. So, but yeah, I think, honestly, if I can just get home, I can deal with this stuff later. If I fix it, then I still got a few miles to get home, a few days, and then the next thing breaks. And I'm at the end of the trip where everything is starting to fall apart. So, best thing is just to get home. So, there we are. So, I'm going to finish charging the bike. I'm going to put together a kind of an emergency backpack that I can ride with. I can't practically carry a tire pump, but those tires seem like they're doing good. We'll hope for the best. All right, here we go. All right, it's Monday, August 15th, about 6:30 in the morning. There's your sunrise. $285 miles to home. 50-mile days would give me 6 days. If I can do anything better than 50, cut something off of that. Today I got about maybe another 20 miles of climbing and then a bunch of downhill. So that should give me a longer than 50-mile day. It all depends on the wind, so I'm going to get going just as soon as I can, and we'll do our best. Some horrible shadows. Anyway, about 10 minutes before 8, ready to roll. And it's just stuff a couple Cliff Bars in my hole and get it going, I guess. Conditions right now are good. Got to climb about 800 feet, then we drop again. That should be the highest we go on this trip. Yeah. Flashing light is working. It's actually brighter than it looks on camera, so that's good. Every time I tilt the trailer, it gets hit. I could probably work on that design a little bit. But we would probably never do it like this again. I got 3 empty gallons now. That one's full and all my bottles are full, so we're good for water. And we'll be going through a couple towns here, so either today or tomorrow I'll buy more water. Tires are good-ish, good enough. Hit it.